Do you mean Knocking Boots Saloon in Largo? I love Knocking Boots.
I love knocking back a couple of beers at Knocking Boots and then knocking some balls on their pool tables.
Knocking Boots Saloon has free pool every day till 7:30, or you can join the league.
Or get knocked silly at the comedy open mics with special guests brought to you by Stand Up for live events every other Wednesday night.
Come and knock back a cocktail from their full liquor bar and enjoy some tasty snacks from their awesome food truck.
Knocking Boots Saloon, 201 Keene Road in Largo, Florida.
It's 7 o'clock. It's Thursday night. I'm Mac James, stand-up comic, and it's time for Stand Up for News. Welcome back, nation. Thank you for joining us again this Thursday night for another amazing, adventurous episode of this week's Stand Up for News. We are stand-up comics, and we tell the news. Stand up for news. Stand up for news. This is our intro song. Stand up for news. Don't sit down. Stand up now. Stand up for news. All right. Give it up for the amazing our music director, the artist known as Christopher Wright. Say hello.
Yay!
Hello. How's it going, everybody out there?
Thank you for being here, Chris.
It's nice to be here. It's good to actually have a pair of headphones this time.
I'm Mac James, James Esterline, stand-up comedian, your host, and this is my co-host, Robin, Macho Woman Savage, stand-up comic. Say hello, Robin.
Hello, everyone out there in listening land. It is awesome to be here. It's
R2, Mom.
You did bring R2.
Also, we have R2.
Okay.
Isn't it cute?
I also brought a Rubik's Cube, too. I was hanging out with this kid who was doing YouTube Rubik's Cube TikToks, rather, and I decided to bring mine in today just for the novelty of it. So
we're on the same legs.
Do you want me to make it like all yucky, and then you can mess with it?
sure, why not? Why not?
All right,
Jack it up, Mom.
This will be the Christopher Wright
challenge
of.
So we're stand-up comics. We tell the news, because the news it doesn't have legs, so it can't stand up for itself.
It was born in a wheelchair.
It was born in a wheelchair.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, and our co-host is calling in from Lakeland. Welcome back, Russell. Stars.
Yay.
Infinity.
It's actually Infinity now. Yes.
Nice. Welcome back.
Yeah.
How did the name change happen? What's going on with that?
Chris would understand this. When drag houses merged together, then names change, and so now I'm in the Infinity House, and it's a very prestigious house to be in, I guess, and well, it is. I mean, it's legendary. It's from New York.
Oh.
So
is that like the Marvel universe?
It's sort of that way, yes.
They got a different kind of
but with more glitter. But with much more glitter.
Much more glitter. Okay.
But I already have the Infinity Stone.
Okay.
Always have protection and use the Infinity Glove.
No glove, no love.
Infinity Love. Russellmania, you are a stand-up comedian from Lakeland. How's it going out there in Lakeland anyway, bud? You got some stuff coming up?
Yes, we have the show tomorrow in Auburndale, and a few things, and also, I'll have my birthday party coming up. It'll be at Grumpy's on Sunday. I will celebrate the 30th anniversary of my 29th birthday.
So
nice.
Is your birthday June 23rd then, Russell?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Mine and Christopher are June 22nd.
That's right.
Birthday today for then.
Oh, now next year we need to do something and really throw a good kiki.
Yeah.
Oh my, yes.
Because you got two gays and a lady. We're gonna have fun.
Oh my God, it's gonna be fantastic.
It's fabulous.
Fabulous, indeed.
Fabulous.
I'm having the most fun.
Yes.
Are you having fun for your gay pride thing month you got going on?
I'm not really. I'm one of those gays that I want it over with because there's so much pressure on me. Like, oh, what do you think it is? I don't care. Just go march. Do what you got to do. Just understand what you're marching for.
Right.
And try to not do it in your underwear.
If they wanted to do a march, why didn't they do it 2 months ago? 3 months ago.
Well, we did in
Tampa. We did in Tampa, and Orlando's doing it in October.
Marching in March.
Marching in March.
The Million Man March was in October.
March.
I was like, this doesn't make sense. Huh?
Yeah, well, no, that's Oktoberfest because we do like to eat.
I know.
Oh yes,
And drink beer.
Yeah.
I like Oktoberfest.
dude, food and beer. Yes.
Yeah.
Or food and bears too. I mean, that's what we do.
Oh my God, beer and bears. Yes.
Rawr.
Rawr.
Wow, Chris,
Arr.
you almost have that thing solved.
Dang,
You really
he's
are a
quick at
Rubik's
that
Cube
Rubik's
guy.
Cube.
Oh yeah,
puzzle.
man, I'm a cuber. I'm a almost
Cuber.
I'm a semi-professional cuber. I'll put it that way.
Semi-pro.
Yeah.
Definitely amateur, but maybe more like amateur intermediate cuber. Yeah, I definitely have had a passion for these things for a long time. Shout out to Anita Alexander. I don't know if you're listening, Miss A, my calculus teacher in high
she
school.
is.
But
Aw.
thank you
Seriously,
so much
should
for
we call
teaching me
her?
how to do this, and all my friends, because we got to be absolute nerds with each other and just nerd out. Literally, we challenged each other to cube offs in the hallways between class because we
I think
all took a liking to it. So
I used to think you were cool, and now I find
Now-
out you're a nerd like me.
Now, is there an aspect
Oh, snap.
There it is.
We did it.
Wow.
yep, it's done.
You did it,
Right.
huh?
For those
3
of
by
you
3
following
cube.
at YouTube
That was
land, I
2
messed it
minutes
up,
or
but
something.
good. And Chris just
Yep, there it
put
is.
together. Now, is there an aspect of calculus for the cube, or
I mean, maybe, but it's more for like transformations through like a 3D space. So it's really more for like a geometry tool. It's kind of what it was originally invented for.
Ah.
But then Erno Rubik's students realized that no, this is actually a really fun puzzle. Like they still love playing with it, but it was really meant to explain like how like faces and like shapes transform in a 3D space. So it's a super nerdy math tool, but then it became literally the best-selling toy ever created. So I mean, go figure.
Oh, that's
I've
funny.
never even attempted to try
Yeah.
to play with that thing
I've
before.
busted a few with a sledgehammer. Like that.
Oh yes, I've broken a few myself too.
I was like, this
I would
doesn't
like
have
to
a
do
gun
it.
or a sword. I don't want nothing to do with it.
I would like to do a little special shout out to my flyer company, King Geek, because it was nominated for a best art design thing and the best of Orlando magazine
Isn't that the one
award
we use
thing.
for Stand Up for News?
Yes, it would. Yeah. So my
Oh.
artwork is because I do flyers for just about everybody now, and so it's finally my artwork is getting some kind of recognition. I have no idea how it happened. I had no idea how I got nominated for best comedian either there, but okay, because I'm hardly in Orlando, but
Oh,
it's
that's-
so
You're hilarious, my dog.
it's.
Don't-
I
don't
know,
doubt
but I'm
yourself.
sitting there. I know. I'm just like I'm being humble because it's a good thing to do, and I'm very honored to be in that company. But I'm really kind of more pleased with the art design thing not being recognized because that comes from my soul. Putting that stuff together, and and so it's. I've done Dave and Buster's. I've done all the Knockin' Boots. I've done stuff in Orlando for Grumpy's. And
Holiday Inn,
I even did stuff for the Savoy, did the Holiday Inn.
Birdie,
Oh, Savoy, I haven't been there in a while.
Unlucky Lizards.
it's unlucky lizards, yeah. But they were more like lounge lizards. They were like parking lot lizards. But anyway,
Lot lizards, they call them.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot lizard.
they weren't trouser lizards though.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been me if I was there, but I wasn't there that much.
Well, Robin, you got a show coming up with Ed Sheds? Or
we had not this weekend, but the week before, we were in Sarasota. We did the Squeaky Wheel Fringe Fest. It was a lot of fun.
don't we have one coming though? I'm mistaken then.
Yeah, we're looking to bring some. We were just kind of batting around places and names, but we haven't locked one in yet. So.
We have at Twisted Tiki.
Oh, that's right. You do.
I'm doing everything but plugs first. Anything except, including plugs. Anyway, at Twisted Tiki the 29th, I think Joe Izzo is going to host.
Oh,
And
okay.
Felix will open
Oh,
for
okay.
Scott Bird featuring special guests and dual headliners Donnie Stopa.
Stopa?
I need to stop saying that wrong, right? And also from Orlando, the amazing Ants Rants.
Oh,
Those are
gosh.
some
He's
killer
really funny.
comics. So
He's
that'll
really
be
funny.
at 8 o'clock, free show at Twisted Tiki. And that is on Corey Avenue, right?
Yeah, that
And,
is on Corey Avenue, right
shoot.
across from the Beach Theater.
Yep, right there. Come on down. Get some drinks, drink specials, food specials. So, Christopher, the artist known as Christopher Wright,
Yes.
Did you have anything going on coming up? You want to plug now? We'll plug
wow,
again later.
We're doing it now.
We're doing everything, including butt plugs.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, I mean, there is Java Kava this Saturday night that my friends and I will be hosting. Actually, I'm probably not going to be hosting that because it is my birthday that night and it is Pride that night. So I am actually probably going to be drunk as a skunk that night. Just saying. So
Not there, right?
I feel you.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to tell them that I've been drinking, but no, I'm probably no. But I still would like to show some face at Java Kava tonight. Our friend Nick Capone, Terrapin, is going to be the feature act, and that's going to be a really nice time. And then Sunday night we have our, let's see, I believe it's going to be open mic this week at Steep Station, downtown St. Pete. That's always a really fun time. Yeah, our friends Koala Fire are going to be featuring. That's my friend Mike and I believe his wife. They have a band together and they sound fantastic. So very excited for that. And I think our friend Matt Bird is hosting trivia tomorrow night at All Five Elements. That's another Professor J event that we do. So yeah, if you know of All Five Elements, the Kava Lounge in Largo off of Starkey, he does that from I believe 7 to 10 p.m. It's a really fun time. It's 100 questions. Some really interesting characters show up. Always a fun time. So yeah, those are kind of the big events happening this weekend, at least. That's all I can think of for now. We can always plug. We can always plug more later, right? So
plug some more.
Everything but plugs later.
Yeah. We don't have to plug all of our butts now. But
I never did it. Have you?
Trivia? Oh yeah, I've done trivia a few times. I'm actually pretty good at it.
Have you?
I've hosted a couple times, and then I've been a participant. I feel like I'm good at trivia unless I'm like in a trivia room and then I can't remember anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we're just casually talking, I can remember trivia, but if I'm actually had to like answer questions and have teams, my mind goes blank.
Like if we did a trivia segment here on Stand Up for News, you think it would go fun?
Oh yeah, we should try that.
You want to try it?
Pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty good stand up for trivia. I mean, I'm pretty good on a trivia team, no matter what. So like, if you ever actually wanted to go out and do trivia, definitely have me on. Like, we'll rise to the challenge together. I'll put it that way.
We could have a trivia night.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would.
That would be so much
Stand up for
fun.
news trivia, some news trivia possibly. That could be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You got to guess the punchline of the joke that we told.
I mean,
okay.
But I mean,
right.
Okay. But, so it has to be only funny trivia. I
guess you're right.
I mean,
only trivia with a punchline.
But you have to watch all our episodes and then guess the punchline to the trivia, to the, like say history, laughs from the past. You got to guess the punchline.
Get it? Okay. Yeah, you have to study the years of Stand Up for News. Just do.
Well, there's 3 seasons now, right? I mean,
this 3rd season didn't stop, so.
Well, yeah, it hasn't ended yet, but
it's still going. It's probably our last day, though.
Our last day? What do you mean, James?
Our last day on Earth.
Wait, our? What are you talking about? I like it here on planet Earth.
All right, it's my last day on planet Earth.
Don't bring us
come on,
into
James. Don't say that. What are you talking about?
It's all right. It's not what we think.
It's not okay.
It's because I joined Space Force, Trump's Space Force,
Oh, congratulations.
And I became an astronaut, so I'm probably I got my own Starfleet now.
So you're like an
astronaut.
So you're like an astronaut comedian now.
Yeah, I got my own Starfleet. They said I could probably be the first man to ever inhabit Uranus.
Oh.
Like the planet where Tommy Chong's from?
Yeah.
Wait. No, he's not from there. But if he was from there, he'd be a year old or just over a year old now. Yeah,
because it's 83 years. Right?
Yeah, it's 83 or 84 for Uranus to go around the sun.
Oh.
So Tommy Chong was the coolest 1-year-old Uranian that we ever met. Like, he was pretty cool.
Tommy Chong's 83?
No, now he's 86.
He's a little older now, I think.
Wow.
Tommy talked to my dad at my last interview I did. Well, no, second to last interview I did with him, with Linda. So they're all the same age, so they kind of like hit it off.
Wow.
Like, how you doing, old timer? You hanging in there? It's like they just mutually understand what's going on with each other.
I would have thought he was like 60 or like 70. I didn't realize he was in his 80s.
He's very old man, yeah.
He's old timer.
I guess there's a lot to be said about the marijuanas.
The cannabis is keeps you young.
Yeah.
How old do you think I am, Mom?
27.
65.
Oh, okay.
Lucky guess.
You're as old as my dad. That's crazy.
Well, There's a thing I forgot to tell you, Chris, about your dad.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
Is James Chris's dad?
I wish.
oh no. 1 second. Wait, where's the whistle? Where's the
The
whistle?
joke of the day whistle's right there.
I'm just hearing daddy, and I'm old enough to be everybody's daddy.
Ain't no son of mine gonna have long hair. You're gonna be coming into my room one day, because I'm a woke dad, Or I'll be watching TV in the living room. Chris will be like,
You're not in the sleep
Dad,
bag.
I want to tell you something, Dad. I was like, what do you want? I'm trying to watch TV. He's like, Dad, I think I'm gay. And I'll be like, oh, really, Chris? Coming out of the closet? I was like, that's great and all. But is your room clean? Is your room even clean? I'm still old school, but I'm woke too, Like, maybe you should go clean your room before you think about coming out of the closet. You're going to bring some dude over to this house and with your room looking like that? I don't think so, bud. Now get out of here, go clean your room, and let me watch WWE Monday Night Raw with these dudes in their underwear all oiled up grappling. Now get out of here, kid.
Yeah.
I don't know where he gets
not
this
Trust
gay
me.
stuff from.
Trust me, if he,
Where the heck's Chris?
trust me, if he's gay, his room is already clean.
That's what I said. Like, you liar.
Oh man.
Faking
Oh
it.
no, my room is looks like an atom bomb went off in it actually recently. I've
Atom
been
bomb was a
trying to
wrestler.
get it back in order. Recently I had to delve back into my closet and try to pull more out of it because people keep giving me more
More
things
gay?
to stuff into my closet, and I'm like, no, I'm already out of the closet. I'm not trying to go
These aren't
like
any
deeper
windows
in. Like,
anymore,
come on,
right?
like we left the closet years ago. Like,
What is in Chris's
but every now
closet?
and then, us gays have to go back in the closet
I know
because we
what
have to
you keep in
find some
there.
of the skeletons that we
Yes,
keep in
we
there.
do.
There's
We
Every
gotta
now and
find
then.
our stuff.
Exactly. Every now and then, and it's always a little bit of a harrowing time.
Why'd you bring your socks, but you didn't wear them on your feet?
Because I'm wearing flip
Your dad
flops,
dedicated
and
to the flips today?
I'm wearing flip flops
You
as
don't
of
wanna
late
look
because I didn't want to look German first off, but also or like my dad, but no,
Excuse me?
it's because I don't know. I'm embracing my Florida man heritage, and I'm embracing this summer.
Let's see
And
your
I have not gotten to
socks.
wear flip flops in the summer for about 2 years. And as a native Floridian, something does not feel right about that.
Rick Scott. He's got Rick Scott socks.
Yeah, check out the likeness. They look exactly
They
like
look
Rick Scott and not at all like Skeletor
Skeletor.
from.
It's a portrait.
Well, actually, no, it looks. Actually, I can't tell. This looks like Rick Scott and Skeletor.
That one's Rick Scott. That one's Skeletor.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay.
you see, there's a little difference. But like Senator Skeletor remains
Skeletor.
my socks as of right now.
Yeah. Yeah. The one with all the Medicare money, that's Rick Scott.
Yeah.
Right. This one right here, but this one's totally Skeletor. Like you can see, because this one doesn't have a nose, and this one also doesn't have a nose. But I think he's got an extra tooth right there. That's what it is. Yeah, he's got like an extra tooth, and it's gold.
Well,
So
one,
like,
I'm gonna leave that alone.
one's an evil villain and the other one's Skeletor. So-
oh yeah, that's right.
One is trying to rule the entire universe through the powers of the darkness and evil,
Mhm.
and the other one's Skeletor, a fictional character.
Exactly.
Oh, hail Rick Scott.
Yeah,
Really?
hopefully Rick Scott doesn't sue for us using his likeness on our show. But
He already sued what's it called? Marvel for the Punisher. They used his
Oh,
likeness
that's
as
right.
the Punisher symbol on his chest.
on the shirt, yeah,
Yeah,
like
mad.
the shirt with like the skull. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So they said in exchange they'll let him play Ghost Rider in the next Ghost Rider movie. You understand? Because
All they have
they
to do
won't
is
even
just,
have to use CGI. Is what I'm saying.
yeah. Well, I mean, they'll just have to put a little flame around his head, but that's it. Like just.
No one would ever do that. Who would be willing to shoot Rick Scott in the face with a flamethrower? Who? Who in their right mind? Can you think of anyone that would like to do that to someone?
Well,
Shoot Rick Scott in the face with a flamethrower?
I'm not advocating
Repeatedly.
for it.
Russell?
like multiple times too through the course of the movie.
Yeah, well, every time
No,
they say
no.
action, they say action, you got to shoot
No,
him in the
no,
face
no.
with a flamethrower
I
again.
am flaming, but not that flaming.
You
Okay, I'm
wouldn't
not
do
gonna do
that?
No.
Me neither.
No.
That's terrible to even say out loud.
No,
Yeah, no, we're
it
not
is.
advocating for.
For a
No,
thing.
we're not
Harm
advocating it.
politicians.
And Big Brother, we don't mean anything, Big Brother. We promise.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to start with the news. Let's stand up for the news now. You guys, and clap. Because the news can't stand up for itself. It's born in a wheelchair and it's got no legs and stuff. So,
Exactly, and it got made
so-
fun of its whole life for being born in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got picked on, bullied. So he called us to stand up for him because we're stand-up comics.
Exactly.
We tell the news the way it should be told. So here's the funny thing, you guys. I want your opinions on it and everything.
Sure.
Trump supporters take to the rivers in the motorboats in a motorboat parade to the Trump rally in Detroit. Oh yeah, if Detroit were known as the motorboat city, that still wouldn't be why.
I do.
Nice. That's a joke whistle, yeah, for sure.
What do you think about the motorboat parade, Mom?
Yeah, that's really crazy. In the last few years, everyone who's a Trump supporter goes out on the water with the boats and the flags. And,
Yeah. Most of the
That's
people
odd
that in
Like a
Detroit,
regatta or something.
Yeah, like
I'm
a
not
regatta.
trying to be stereotypical, but most of the people in Detroit have as many charges against them as Trump does, so they're all on the same boat, right?
Jesus, 37.
And most of them can't drive because they have too many DUIs, so they have to take to the water.
From drinking Bud Light with Dylan Mulvaney on it, you know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Still serve it at Kid Rock's bar. I heard. He doesn't care.
Yeah, well, Kid Rock anyway. Another joke.
Don't
All
bash
right.
Kid Rock, you guys. He's my homie.
I've got
love me some Kid Rock music.
I've got some news to
Yeah, he
stand
has
up.
one good song.
I've got some news to stand up for when it talks about DUIs. You guys have probably already heard this, but Justin Timberlake got arrested for a DUI. That completed his goal of bringing sexy back to the drunk tank.
Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, he got a.
Oh, yeah.
Or like Bustin' Timberlake. What's he thinking, man? So he's like stealing people's drinks off their table, like Corey and Trevor, I heard. You hear about that?
Yep.
He was stealing liquor drinks, Chris. It was like Corey and Trevor, dude.
Why would a multimillionaire be stealing drinks off people's table?
I don't know. People got up to go to the bathroom. He said
Just
he told the cops he had one martini, but people were like, dude was stealing my drinks in the middle of, like, I'd go to the restroom and come
Oh
back, my
my
drink's
God.
gone. He's like slamming it, laughing at me.
Wow.
He's sniping drinks.
Well, I guess we have to call him Just 10 Timberlake
just
now because he
He owes
only
Julie an
had,
apology.
just had Chad.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's how they stay so rich. It's like just don't have to pay for everything. Like just see a drink there, just take it. Like I don't know. That's I mean,
Yeah.
as long as you're buying, right?
I guess in this
Yeah.
economy, it's a good way to save a little money
Man,
and get drunk.
I used to do that at the end of college parties when everybody left. You see like, a couple beers floating around. Just like, oh, I guess that's mine. Just have like 3 or 4 beers at the end of the party. It's just
I
like,
leave
yeah,
them.
they're half drunk, but like that's alcohol abuse if you waste them, right? Like,
If,
that's the real abuse.
Yeah. Mhm.
If my ex was
I
like a beer that I set down at a party and forgot about and then later found like an hour later, I still wouldn't want to drink it. You know why, Chris?
How come?
Because it's flat, first of all.
Uh-huh.
Yep, get it? And then also somebody probably put a cigarette or something in it. And that's gross.
Fair.
I don't want nothing to do with it.
Well,
I mean,
You were saying, Russell?
I was just I don't even know what I was saying now, thankfully. But I just relate to that though because when I worked at the bowling alley, I was like a porter, and people would leave their drinks all the time and go, and I would just like finish them off for them.
No shame in your game.
But then my boss was like, "Why are you so happy?" I said, "Because the shift is almost over."
It's time to get drinking. Oh, I like my old bar where we could drink while we worked. That was pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Cremonier. Venom.
That old grandma.
There was no James, just Venom. We were
Totally
Venom, man, back in the days. All right, so we'll go ahead. Whose turn is it, Russell's or Mom's?
Oh, Russell, do you have some
Russell,
news
it's
to stand
your
up
news
for?
turn.
Do I have news to stand up for? Okay. Yes, I do. Here in Lakeland, about 3 days ago, there was a worker at McDonald's who shot, or she actually shot 2 bullets at a car in the drive-thru because they threw a drink at her.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So, and then, well, she threw a drink at them, then they threw a drink at her, and she's like, oh, this is all. And she got in her purse, chased them out into the parking lot, and just started shooting at the car.
Oh.
Now, this is actually close to my house. It's on Memorial Boulevard. Okay, Memorial Boulevard, let's put it this way. They have a Salem's. Okay.
They
We
have
know
a
what happens to Salem's.
Salem?
Salem's, you hear about Salem? Yeah, Salem's restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. There's at least one murder in that parking lot every week. Okay. It's just like, oh, yeah, there's another one. Okay. So now maybe you know that way they have a meatloaf sandwich now. Who knows? I don't care. But anyway, so she gets arrested and she's like, I did not like her attitude, and I'm like, You just so she's arrested. Now this is Polk County. Now this being Texas, she'd be employee of the month. But this is Polk County, and McGrady Judd, he's like, we're not having that. And did a news conference with her picture, So yeah, she got charged with assault with a deadly weapon and property damage and a few other things. And she is in jail now.
And she was a McDonald's worker?
She was a McDonald's worker. She was not a happy worker, apparently not.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's one of those restaurants that's open 24 hours.
That's enough to make you grimace.
It makes you grimace.
Oh my!
And I can tell you now, though, when she get out of jail, I guarantee you that she's going to bring all the boys with her milkshake to the yard. I'm just saying.
I got a joke for you, Chris, to read of my jokes here, bud.
Nice.
These news stories, these are real ones from this week. Go ahead, try to read that. Good luck.
Right, good luck.
Not read that side yet. Read the first
I'm
side.
just seeing if there was another side. I couldn't tell. Sometimes with your handwriting, James. All right, here we go. Let's do our best with this.
You ready?
Okay. Donald Sutherland passes away, 88 years old. He says his urn will have a padlock on it, and to unlock it, you need a key for it. Nice. Okay, that was a pretty quick.
Yeah, I was happy to see that.
Rest in peace.
I'll take that. That was pretty
Kiefer.
funny. Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland.
His
Yes,
name's
yes.
Kiefer.
He does. I wonder if he like smokes kefir, or anything like that. No,
Kefir
that was a bad joke. That was dumb.
It's okay.
I was thinking drinking the yogurt kefir.
Oh yeah.
This says you guys, a YouTuber this week was. Go ahead, Russell. Were you going to say something else? Sorry.
There's no reason to worry though, because Donald Sutherland, remember, was an invasion of the Body Snatchers. He was cloned, so there's another Donald running around somewhere.
Huh. Another one. Ronald Sutherland.
Whoa.
Ronald McSutherland.
Ronald McDonald
He's a real
Sutherland.
clown. He plays a clown. All right. A YouTuber, a 24-year-old YouTuber, Alex Choi, is charged with shooting a Lamborghini with fireworks from a helicopter, and he was punished finally for what the police say is known for his crazy shenanigans. Choi responded with this quote, you guys. It's actually tomfoolery, not shenanigans.
Oh my.
You got any things about that, you guys? Shooting fireworks with Lamborghinis?
Why would you just shoot at Lamborghinis? I'm sorry, as someone who loves exotic cars and the magnificence of like those
It's a
vehicles,
prank.
like why would you just shoot at a Lambo like that? That's
From
terrible.
a helicopter. That's pretty funny.
This is not mine, man.
I guess, but I wouldn't shoot the
If you're being
Lambo.
chased by a helicopter in your Lamborghini and someone started shooting fireworks at you,
Jesus.
and what would you do? You keep speeding, but it's a helicopter,
Yeah, what
well,
could you do?
At that point, I don't know. I mean, Grand Theft Auto logic would kick in, and I would just start trying to get under like parking garages or like tall buildings and things like that. Get into like the basement parking or something. That way they can't see you and they forget about you and then they just go away.
If I owned a Lamborghini, I'm pretty sure I'd have a handgun with me, and I would just start shooting at it. Is what I would do. I'm like,
just get into a shootout with a helicopter
Well, why
from the
not?
road.
I would just use a flamethrower. Go helicopter, woo.
I'll bust a
Bring a
cap in that
flamethrower.
copter.
Maybe that's how they get
The
the footage for the
Helicopter.
next Ghost Rider. Is we just shoot a flamethrower at it from the Lambo at the helicopter with Rick Scott on it. Yeah.
While he's driving a Lamborghini.
Yes.
I think he'd be on board for that.
I mean, he could wear the mask, like the fire retardant mask, or whatever.
A retarded mask.
Yeah, fire retardant mask. Like race car drivers wear.
It doesn't
Does it
catch
look
on
like
fire.
So it doesn't
Corky from
your
that one
face doesn't
show?
melt off. Like, I mean, his face is already melted off, but he doesn't want it to melt off
Does it
even
look
more.
like Corky from that one show,
No, different
Life Goes On or whatever?
No, it looks like a sock that you wear on your face.
If it's a retarded mask, it probably looks like Donald Trump's face. Right? I'm just kidding. Down syndrome mask.
No,
I'm
it's-
making jokes. All right, Mom, your turn. I'm going to tap out.
Speaking of destruction in the city, a man in New York City was caught on camera throwing furniture off of a building. The police were immediately called to the scene and told the suspect, Morgan Wallen, you have to stop doing this. He keeps.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
What's-
he wasn't like Morgan Wallen, but he got in trouble in Nashville for like throwing stuff.
In Nashville.
Yeah, and then this guy was just doing it in New York City. Sometimes not all of the jokes hit at Stand Up for News.
It's the news that needs to be standing up for. So
It does.
Exactly.
it's not like we have a choice sometimes. Speaking of which, go ahead, Russell.
Okay, there is a
Gotcha.
river.
I burned you.
Yeah, there is. It's okay. Who cares? There is the Kuchek River in the gates of the some national park. Anyway, some national park in Alaska. Of course, you know about this.
Mhm.
All the water is turned to a rusty orange color.
Mm.
Now, scientists say that it's probably because of the melting of the ice. It's got minerals in it and metals, and it's turning the water
Yeah.
orange. However, our ace reporter, Chick McChaos, got to the bottom of it and found out that Trump and his family visited that park and they peed in the water.
Oh my
And it
God.
turned orange.
I was writing my name in the
Dang.
snow there. That's what I was thinking.
You know, I
It
had to,
turned orange.
He was trying to write his name. But he could not spell. And he couldn't write in cursive.
oh God.
So, so he had to print.
You know, I figured the orange man had something to do with this. You know,
You guys
You know,
hear
I
about
just like
the,
when I saw that, I was like, it's got to be Trump joke.
either that or like the bronze are like rolled off or
Cheetah
something.
peed in the water or something. It's not easy being a Trump supporter. Remember Chester Cheetah? It's not easy being cheesy.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Oh, there's a gleaming monolith that appeared. You heard of those things that just appear out of nowhere?
Yeah.
A gleaming monolith appeared in the Nevada desert this week. Did you hear about that, Robin?
Yeah, I
It's
did.
crazy. So you're not supposed to kiss the monolith, or you might get mono. Or I didn't stutter. You might get mono from a monolith. There's nothing funny. But what is up with that? These things just appeared and then they disappear a week later. Did you hear about that?
Are you sure?
Mhm.
I
There are these
didn't
crazy
actually.
monoliths.
Okay.
I hadn't heard about that like recently, but I kind of remember when it happened originally.
This one's
I
brand new.
mean, couldn't it just be people just messing with us? Like, do they just put something out there and then a couple days later just pick it up and
That's
like
what
move
they
on with
thought
it? I
about
mean,
one of these monoliths, but they just disappear out of nowhere.
Hmm.
They
Yeah.
reappear
Somebody's
somewhere
seen-
else.
Somebody's seen 2001 one too many times. Okay.
I don't know. They managed to move a Concorde in secret back in the day when Pepsi was doing their advertising on there, and then like no one knew about it. So I mean, a monolith could probably move that with a pickup truck, right? I don't know, like just a couple people, like in the
Did
middle
I-
of the night. I don't know.
Forget to
I don't
mention
know.
you're not supposed to use your tongue when you kiss them.
Oh, the monolith.
specific
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Well,
You can kiss them on the
the.
cheek,
Wait,
but on the tongue, if
Wait
you
a minute.
kiss them on the tongue, the monolith will give you mono
Yeah.
and herpes too, because
Oh,
it probably
you
has
gotta-
herpes. That
it
monolith
was
has
the last
gotten
one
around
was
the
in
world.
Vegas, right?
Yeah, what
The
happened
last one was in
there?
Vegas. Okay, maybe it was David Copperfield.
Hey, maybe
He does a lot of magic in Vegas.
makes things disappear
Yeah.
How
pretty
many
easily.
cops
I
have to
heard-
be in the
I heard he
field
does
for it
a
to be
lot of tricks.
Copperfield?
He does a lot of tricks in Las Vegas.
How many, to consider it a field of cops? How many cops
Been there,
have to
done that.
be in the field to be a Copperfield?
Oh, a Copperfield.
7.
I thought his name was Copperfield for a long time.
Copperfield.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, yeah,
David
because you heard
Copland.
some of the Regis reports. Yeah, it was. He's been in trouble for doing stuff like that.
The monolith. I don't know, but there's some mystery behind it, you guys. There's some big mystery with the monoliths. Did you know Willie Mays died, Mom?
I did. I heard that. That was sad.
Yes.
Willie Mays?
No, Willie Mays.
Yeah.
Not Billy Mays, but Willie
Willie
Mays.
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 Rest in
Willie
peace.
Mays.
Yeah, the
Hey,
big
Willie.
old baseball player.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's why I didn't know. I don't follow sports. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
We should have him cover sports from now on.
Oh, it'd be awesome. You're going to hear just like, well, they got the sports point and they threw the sports ball and everybody was happy.
Willie Mays was the first African American baseball player in the the Major League Baseball,
Mm.
right? Not in the minors, but the majors,
Yeah, he was
and
a big deal.
won a World Series.
Nice.
12-time back-to-back MVP All-Star. What else he had? 4 Golden Gloves or something like that. I don't know. They're not Golden Gloves, right? That's for pitchers.
In a partridge and a pear tree.
He was awesome, I guess. Yeah.
He was on
Nice,
the Wheaties box 6 times.
Oh, was
Okay,
he?
nice,
Wow,
nice. Willie Mays. Okay.
Okay.
Fair
And
enough.
Russell got to the bottom of every one of those boxes. Did you get any
I get
prizes
to
at
the
the
bottom of a
bottom?
lot of things. I did.
What was your favorite prize you got at the bottom of your Wheaties box?
It was a picture of Bruce Jenner.
Signed and autographed.
Okay, well, some engineering students at Johns Hopkins have created a silencer for leaf blowers. It's said to reduce the noise pollution from the device by 37%. So one of the engineering students talked to the Stand Up for News lawn equipment reporter, and he said, "I am so proud of my team and its dedication to helping stop minor annoyances in people's lives. It's really, that's what it's all about."
Yeah, the miners are annoying, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because they're not old enough to drink, and they're always like complaining about the black lung.
Just the way the way that sort of ended was perfect. I'm sorry, the timing was excellent.
Stupid miners.
Yeah.
We need a golf clap on that one.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Somebody spray painted the camera at this the park, you guys, and then they stole the entire playground set, $11,000 playground set this week.
Oh, wow.
Spray painted the camera so nobody could see them. Does that mean I'm now allowed within 500 feet of it again, Mom?
Probably so.
That's
no
a
equipment there.
technicality. That's a technicality. So maybe. I don't know.
Well, I guess what? Nope. The old ankle bracelet went off, Mom.
But you can still be president.
Yeah. And drive a school bus.
Okay.
Isn't that one of those
Apparently
things that
so.
now Trump can't do anymore? Remember
Yeah.
Alex said he can't drive a school bus
Oh, that's right.
because
that's
of his
right.
charges? Like, why would Trump want to drive a school bus?
Well, we
'Cause
saw
they're
the way
same
he was.
color, you know?
We saw the way he was
Well,
in the fire
there-
truck a few years ago. He was like,
Oh, that's right. Remember that when he was pretending to drive? Yeah, that was a great time to be an American. He's pretending driving the fire truck.
That makes sense because he
Jeez.
fired people all the time.
You did. You fired.
You're fired.
And I'm going to drive the
Get out
fire
of my
truck.
way. I'm a fire trucker.
Speaking of crazy CEOs, the CEO of Olive Garden said despite other restaurants offering discounts, Olive Garden wasn't going to do that. He said, "Our motto is, when you're here, you're a dysfunctional family."
That describes my last visit there to a T.
Oh, to Olive Garden.
It explains a lot.
You got a family with some little kid with them, and they're still in their school uniform. And then the very next table is two guys in tank tops and a prostitute, with a prostitute, and they're swearing about all kinds of stuff. Wouldn't control their language out and spoke louder than they needed to. And the very next table, everybody's just like, one of them was in Sunday school clothes, man.
Oh,
That kind of uniform.
I feel like that might have
It's so
been
weird.
one of the stand-up comics that we know that was bringing prostitutes.
Oh.
So-
That was a female prostitute.
Oh.
Chris wasn't there.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking of a male or
Oh.
a female prostitute.
He's probably like a
Oh.
doctor guy, right?
Yeah,
He's a physician.
A physician.
humorous physician.
a physician of humor.
He's got his own radio show now. It's called "Don't Sit Down" for what was it again? Don't sit down,
for current events.
current events.
There we go.
there you go.
Because current events were ended up having some sort of birth defect as young events. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so you can't sit down for current
Before they
events.
were actually events,
Yeah, that's crazy.
they were just like, "What's an event before it's an event?"
Yeah, it was a prevent, so you had to prevent before it could become an event, and it wasn't
Oh.
current. It was in the past. It was weird.
Well, no one prevented them
Oh.
from saying naughty words in front of the church people at the very next table. It was-
Oh, and that's special.
Church lady.
It was Satan. All right. Generation X, you guys, is more likely to be diagnosed with cancer than the previous generations, according to studies that I read. Well, I think astrology is stupid if you ask my cancer.
Oh my god.
I was born in January, so I'm actually just full of Capricorn.
No, he's got 3 cancers on the.
Right here, we're
Chris-
cancer. Yeah, we're all
Christopher.
cancer.
I was gonna say, cancer's on your side, man.
Are
Yeah.
you
Wait.
Gen X, though?
No, you're not Gen. You're not
so
Gen X.
forgot. You're not
Russell
Gen
and
X.
No,
I.
I'm a
You're Gen
millennial.
X.
Yeah.
Russell, what are you, like a boomer? Are you one of them hippie eras?
Are you boomer or
Silent
Gen
era?
X?
The black and white era?
I was born in 1965.
Whoa.
You said that
I think
older
you're
than
right
you,
on
you
the
sound.
cusp.
You are.
Then. Right on the cusp
I
of being Gen
am-
X.
Yeah,
think you're a boomer.
no, I'm a boomer.
Yep.
I'm a boomer, especially after I ate Wendy's chili. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Yeah.
I don't see you ever eating someone named Wendy's anything, bud.
Hey,
Did you
I
guys
resemble that comment.
Did you guys know that today is World Productivity Day? No. I found this fun fact out while I was scrolling on the internet in between naps. So everyone needs to be productive today on World Productivity
World
Day.
Productivity Day.
Manny's not here because he helped his brother build a hallway. So he's like,
He helped his brother build a
they're
hallway.
building, so he's being productive. Yeah, he built like a whole hallway.
Yeah,
Oh,
Like
that's
it
really
was a
productive.
big room, now it's like a hallway with extra rooms. So
it's pretty cool.
that's productive.
That is
Yeah.
productive.
Wow.
I did
I-
not do anything like that.
We Professor Jane, our crew had a production meeting today, so I guess technically we were productive
For
by
World
by
Productivity
definition. We'll say it was for World Productivity Day. Yeah. That way I can just go home and veg out.
I want to tell you
Like,
guys.
hey, I was
Hey,
productive.
I was productive earlier, man.
I
Like I don't
tell you
know.
guys an embarrassing story. So I
I'm
went to
waiting
go
for
pick
World
Pam up.
Reproductive Day.
Nice.
I went to pick up my Pam from the airport yesterday, right? So I stopped at Wawa because she only wants her car to have Wawa gas. I was like, it's not because like you feel like you're like trying to support people with speech impediments, They only go there because that way they don't have to tell their friends they went to Shell. They just say we went to Wawa. So I go there and I go inside and it's this lady's first day and there's a big line. And the other lady's trying to show her, and I gave her my money for the gas. But also, I grabbed 2 handfuls of chocolate-covered cherries, right? And they were 39 cents each. And I put them up there. She's like, how many's there? I'm like, there's, I don't know, 2 handfuls. You count them. Clearly, I didn't count those when I grabbed them with both hands at once and dropped them there. And then she's counting them. She's like, there's 13. I'm like, I don't like that number. Let's go with 14, one more. Anyway, and then I go outside. They wouldn't let me pump the gas, so she didn't charge me for the gas, even though I paid for it. Like she didn't register the pump, so that way I went back inside. I'm like, "What's the heck's going on here?" And the other lady, the manager, took me to another counter, and she's like, "Well, what was your total for everything?" I was like, 28 something. She's like, "Well, what did you get? I don't see anything with that." I'm like, "I got $20 in gas and then $8 in other stuff." Well, what else was the other stuff? I'm like, 14 chocolate-covered cherries. I didn't want to say that out loud or even admit that I would ever grab 2 handfuls. But the lady only thought I needed 13, but that's not my number, I like 14. That was Brendan Shanahan's number. So then I go out there. I had to pump it and pay for it myself out front. And if I get charged twice, Wawa, there's going to be trouble.
Yeah.
Just because you say Wawa twice doesn't mean I'm paying twice. And then I got to the airport like 20 minutes later, and I'm eating all these chocolate-covered cherries. I'm like, man, I'm full. I couldn't eat another one. Now, there's probably like 10 left anyway. Now, how many do you think there were left?
None.
1. I ate 13. I should have just went with it. I had to tap out.
Fate wanted you to have 13
Only
chocolate-covered
13.
cherries. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
So we're playing that lottery numbers.
Sounds like Ricky and Trailer Park Boys. Like no one wants to admit to eating 9 cans of ravioli. That's not cool. Like no one wants to have to admit to that.
They're big too.
They were big. They were the big ones too. They were the good kind too. $3.
They were the 39-cent ones, bro. You gonna play some music on your sweet guitar there, homie?
Yeah, if we got
Did
time
you bring
for
it
it.
for you?
I also had a little
music in my life.
I also had a little gay news to stand up for, if that's okay. There's a little bit of gay news to stand up for. This one's a little bit
What's
older,
this
but it's
segment
what's up?
What's this segment called?
It's called You're Gay News, and it's totally not a play on words. Hey, but yeah, this is a little bit of an old. It's a little bit of older news, but it's still kind of relevant. It's about our dictator DeSantis. I mean, I'm sorry, Governor DeSantis.
He puts the tater in dictator.
He really,
It's the other half he puts in it.
He really does. Well,
the
headline is Florida is ready with the Summer of Freedom, or rather, DeSantis dims the lights on Pride Month in Florida for Summer of Freedom, which is what they're calling the initiative they're doing, where we are not allowed to light up our bridges with the Pride colors, because apparently we are literally afraid of wavelengths of light now, which is abysmal. But DeSantis makes this point. He says, quote, "We're kicking off summer the right way in Florida. Enjoy the Summer of Freedom," which, brings up the idea that gay pride is the wrong way to celebrate summer.
It's the left way, not the wrong way.
Right.
Not the right way, it's the left way.
So, I don't know. That kind of
makes sense. What's the big whoop?
Well, that's the big whoop. Well, it's something that we should be adults about, I think. It's color. It's a rainbow. Just,
what if you're a gay person and you're under 18? You can't be an adult about it yet.
Well, I mean, you still could have an opinion
then the rules
about
should
it,
apply.
I
You
think.
can do whatever you want with your rainbow flyers.
That's true. That's true.
Or what if we
Your
just want to
lights.
celebrate Skittles?
Tasting the rainbow.
Tasting the
That's what I'm
rainbow.
saying.
Tasting the rainbow. Well, that's what I mean. Well,
I will
I've
taste that
tasted
rainbow
many
now,
rainbows.
if I want. I
Yeah.
will taste it with lights.
Well, it seems like
So they took the lights off the bridge for the first time, and
yeah, and they're going to do red, white, and blue for the entire summer, and then they're forgetting about like mental health month. They're forgetting about Juneteenth. They're forgetting about all sorts of other holidays that happen throughout the summer, because apparently those all aren't the right way to do summer. It's
the left way.
It's the left way. Yeah, exactly.
They took all the they didn't do a gay pride wrap on the Pinellas County bus this year. They've done it for like 15 years. What's up with that, man?
Right? I don't know. Another little
They're doing it the right
quick
way.
piece of your gay
That's
news
why they're
before we
doing it
run
the
out of
right
time
way.
here is Tampa and St. Pete. This is a little bit of lighter news. Tampa and St. Pete receive perfect scores for LGBTQ inclusivity.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they figured that out, but 100% on the Human Rights Campaign Equality Index. That makes me feel very special. I guess it says the index rates cities around the nation based on non-discrimination laws, the municipality as an employer, municipal services, law enforcement, and leadership. So apparently St. Pete, along with Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Miami, and a couple of other cities in Florida, all received perfect 100% LGBTQ ratings, which I think is a little suspicious. How could
Perfect. How do they score it? Like,
well, I just said it's based off of like basically civics like of the city. The municipality is an employer, law enforcement.
5 stars for law enforcement.
So does that mean we have the gayest law enforcement in St. Pete? Is that what that means? Like
They're pro-gay.
they're pro-gay, or they are 100% gay, like actively
They have a
gay.
Perfect gayness.
Perfect gayness. That's what I mean. I don't know what that means, but
I will tell you if
Just
you ask.
real quick.
Yeah.
Polk County now has an LGBTQ center that just opened 2 weeks ago. So it's the first time we've ever had that.
Oh,
I
wow.
attended it and the opening, and they're going to have an old senior meeting there. So we no longer have to meet at Aldi's. So we're really excited about that.
Nice. We got out of the alleys, get in the meeting rooms.
Oh, I thought you said all these.
And then right before that, I'm going to do a little shorter version of the song I was going to play. But last piece of your gay news is it's a short one. It's actually kind of funny.
You're
It's
gay.
well, I am, but you're not. But it's your news as well, James.
It's my
But,
news too.
yeah, because it's all of our news, and we have to stand up for it. I'm not saying you're. Well, I kind of am.
Man, Julie.
It's Pride Month. Everybody's gay for
Maybe
Pride
we're
Month.
gay.
Come on.
Maybe we are gay. I think I'm gay, Mom.
Oh Lord, this is turning into Trailer
Do you
Park
want
Boys.
me
No.
No, everyone is officially an honorary gay for Pride Month. I've decreed it.
Too.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But here's the final little piece of news. St. Pete Pride is going to be a scorcher. Here's how to beat the heat. Drink water, wear sunscreen, and keep to the shade to help avoid heat-related illnesses. Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
insightful.
Thank you, Tampa Bay Times, for that lovely tidbit. No, there's definitely more, but that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know. Drink water, wear sunscreen, and keep to the shade. That's yes. You're selling this to native Floridians. We know this already. And don't give the out of towners any funny ideas. All right. So yeah, we're gonna play a short little piece here, just kind of break it up before the end here. It's a little thing I wrote a while back. It's kind of a nice little warm up piece that I play, but I'm gonna do a little abridged version for you guys. So hope you like the sound of this. Here we go.
stuff, Chris.
Glad you guys like. Yeah. Before that caused some crazy feedback. I keep forgetting when I turn my guitar off, it sends crazy signal within the amp itself. It's kind of funny how it picks up the radio signal. So, but yeah, that's a little original piece I wrote. Doesn't have a name, but it's always been a good little warm up piece, and I always like the way it sounded. So,
I
guys like that?
I liked it. I got your mama joke of the week.
Oh, what's that?
It's a dirty joke though, so I have to say it so that I can say it without anybody getting offended. Okay?
Sure.
So your mom is such a professional prostitute, and she's the very best at it. Very best professional prostitute ever.
Okay.
Best there is. But she's also super fat, very obese. You're just sloppy, huge, fat woman. Also, she's just very good at her
my
job.
mom.
She's very good at her job, Chris, and she's a big fat slob. So much though, even in jail, she outweighs the pros and the cons.
Nice.
I'm stealing that
She's
one.
heavy and she outweighs them both.
Yeah.
And
Was that really
she's
that dirty,
better than both
James?
of them.
No.
No,
All right.
you're right.
Well, I think
win
we
this round,
have.
Pilgrim.
I think we have about a minute and a half left. Do we have anything? Any final news or
Mom's
any
probably got
plugs?
history if she wants.
Oh, I've
Ooh,
got
little
some
history.
Yeah, I
Sure.
do.
Let's get a little history in real quick.
This week in history, June 20th, 1893, Lizzie Borden was found not guilty of killing her parents.
Mm.
Yeah, after the trial, reporters kept hounding her, so she finally got mad and stopped and said, "Stop asking me about my crimes."
Nice. I dig that.
That's crazy.
Actually, no, I axed that.
Oh,
So her parents are dead.
Yeah,
And she didn't do it and didn't get in trouble.
Give her mother 40 whacks. Give
Lizzie
her father
Borden.
40 more or something.
Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. You never heard of Lizzie
Oh,
Borden?
yeah. No. Okay.
I guess they found her
No.
not guilty. So
Well, I guess,
Breaking
Russell, you
news.
got any final thoughts? We're about to wrap up with a little fun song.
wrapping up. Everybody, this is Pride Month. Everybody be careful.
Mhm.
It's
Wrap it
out
up.
there. And let's do this and be safe and have a good time. Love one another. Peace.
Yeah, do it the right way, Chris, not the left way. Stand up for news. Stand up for news. Stand up for you. You can stand up too. Don't sit down. Stand up now. Stand up for news. Stand up for
WTAN Clearwater.